we are taking you all to his divine pastimes in Sri Vrindavan Dham, followed by Mathurapuri, Dwarkapuri, Bhojkat to the entrance in their eternal abode, Goloka. Kanha, can you come here?
Yes, Dao Bhaiya.
Could you answer me a question?
Yes, brother. What it is?
Look, I am fair, Maiya is fair, and even Baba is fair. So, how are you black?
Huh? Even I don't know this, brother. But Maiya says that I look like my grandpa.
Oh, my dear brother. You are so innocent. Come here. Do you know? No one knows about your parents. We don't even know where your family lives. And did you know? Baba brought you from the market and took you home.
Is it so? Are you Maiya? Maiya Yashoda? Maiya Rohini? Where are you? Can you please come here?
Yes, Lala. Tell me, what happened?
Maiya, look. Everyone calls me familyless because Baba bought me from the market.
Oh, my son. Don't say like that. You are my child. You are Yashoda Nandan. I am the one who gave you birth, my dear Kanha.
Yashoda, what's going on? Why is everyone saying Krishna came from the market?
Oh, Mata Rohini. Thou was teasing me, saying I was bought from the market.
Kanha, my dear, don't listen to these teasing words. You are just as much my child as you are Yashoda's. Your presence fills our hearts with joy. Both Yashoda and I are blessed to be your mothers.
क्यों रे बलराम? Why are you teasing your brother? Look, Kanha got angry. You both are equal to me. And from next time, never say such words. You're my child, Lala.
And so, in this way, Krishna and Balaram continued to laugh and joke in the holy land of Braj. Their innocent plays and pranks kept Mother Yashoda and Mother Rohini entangled in their divine pastimes, with love and blessings flowing from the hearts of both mothers, united in their care for their beloved Krishna.
Krishna, your flute is so sweet and melodious.
Even the trees seem happy to hear it.
They may be, but not as I am happy to see that. Just look who is coming in front.
It's a great idea, my dear brother.
So then, my idea should be accomplished, Baldau. I was just thinking how to fill my stomach with the butter and milk these gopis are carrying. This time, I'm ready to face them. Madhu, Subala, we have to do royal service, royal duties.
Royal duties?
Yes, come fast here. Let's go.
You said right. That's not the way to keep it from falling, Vishakha. Look, how well Radha is balancing her pot.
Oh, Radha is the queen of Vrindavan. She gets everything right. We better catch up to the others before.
Stop. What are you carrying in these treasure pots of yours?
We are carrying the same thing we were carrying yesterday when you stopped us.
And the day before yesterday.
And the day before that.
Oh, such beautiful gopis. I have sole authority over them. They are mine. Huh? Could it be that one of these boys is the very one Kamsa was talking about? How interesting!
Aha! I knew you were smuggling golden treasure.
It's not treasure. It's just a butter.
Butter? Oh, so then you will have to pay hefty tax for my tummy. I mean for the king.
We have told you a millions of times. We are not paying any tax.
We can see right through those fake costumes of yours. We know who you really are.
Then you know who I am. The king's most fair tax collector. If I don't get my share, king's share, I can be very dangerous and you will get punished.
Radharani, our queen and the queen of Vrindavan.
But she is not a queen. Just look how she is dressed, like a milkmaid.
You are right.
Indeed, she carries a pot of milk instead of carrying a crown on her head.
What's happening here?
We will return for the taxes later.
Krishna is never going to stop his mischievous acts. Yashodanandan is really very naughty.
We must teach him a good lesson.
Well, where is the share of my taxes, Kanha?
There is nothing to share, my dear brother.
If things will go on this way, then we will starve out of hunger one day.
Surely, we are gonna starve out of hunger one day.
But at least we won't starve of the sweet melody of Krishna's flute. Play for us, Krishna.
Your music is as satisfying to the ear as butter to my belly.
After hearing Krishna's flute, I'm just craving for some new game. Come on, friends. Let's check who is the most powerful. Let's play Rasa Kushi. Come on, let's play, Kanha. The team that loses will carry the winners on the back to the banks of the Yamuna.
I have a feeling that the boy in a yellow outfit is the one destined to bring Kamsa's downfall. But no matter, I have a plan. First, I'll kill Balram, and then Krishna will be an easy target. I will finish him off myself and earn Kamsa's praise. And once that's done, these women will be mine. Ha 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 ha.
Hey, friend Vallabh, today is your birthday, right? And that is why your mother didn't allow you to come with us? But it is good that you have come to participate in our game.
Now we'll form our teams and play. Mine and Kanha's teams will be separate. Friends, get ready.
खींचो अरे जल्दी खींचो
A little more force, friends.
खींचो जल्दी खींचो
Vallabh, Madhumangal, we are going to lose the game. Pull quickly.
Sridama, Subal, we have to win. We won. Our team has won, Subala. Now put us on your back and give us a ride.
Okay, Subala, you can ride on my back. I'll carry you.
I will carry only Balaram on me.
Okay, friend, as you wish. I think we have lost our way, Vallabh.
Oh, no.
How did this carrier suddenly transform all the way? I think he wants to keep me away from Krishna and wants to harm him. Surely he must be a monster. He surely must have come here because of the advice of that wicked Kamsa. He has to be brought to death.
So in this way, Sri Balaram Ji killed the evil, lustful demon named Pralambasura and protected the gopis of Vrindavan, and thus expressed his brotherly love for Sri Krishna.
मन में
Sakhis, if you look closely, Radha is alone. She looks very sad. We must go to her. What happened, Radhe?
Yes, tell us. You seems to be worried.
Yes, Shyam Sundar. While talking with me, I don't know where he went.
झपक मगरो कत शाम देखो सखी नहीं मानत मोरी लपक झपक मगरो कत शाम देखो सखी नहीं मानत मोरी लपक झपक मगरो कत शाम देखो सखी नहीं मानत मोरी देखो सखी नहीं मानत मोरी देखो सखी नहीं मानत मोरी लपक झपक मगरो कत शाम देखो देखो वनाड़ी कान्हा एको नहीं माने देखो वनाड़ी कान्हा एको नहीं माने अर्झत मोसे देखो करत बारा जोरी अर्झत मोसे देखो करत बारा जोरी अर्झत मोसे देखो करत बारा जोरी लपक झपक मगरो कत शाम देखो नहीं मानत मोरी देखो नहीं मानत मोरी देखो सखी नहीं मानत मोरी लपक झपक मगरो कत शाम देखो सखी नहीं मानत मोरी लपक झपक मगरो कत शाम देखो शाम देखो शाम देखो
to receive my love, then you all will have to bow down in the lotus feet of Srimati Radharani. Because I myself remain eager for the beauty of Sri Radharani's lotus feet. Srimati Radharani is my worshipper. Sukadev Goswami says, one who is actually deriving benefit from hearing the Rasa Leela dance surely achieves the transcendental position. He surely loses all traces of lust in his heart. So, this is how the divine Rasa dance of Sri Krishna along with Srimati Radharani and other gopis was accomplished as stated in the chapter 29 till 33 of Sri Krishna book by Srila Prabhupada. As the wheel of time was moving forward, Lord Krishna along with Balaram entered the city of Mathura and left Vrindavan for walking on the path of duty, for executing the reason of their manifestation, for the protection of the pious and destruction of the evildoers, and re-establishment of the principle of dharma as stated in Bhagavad Gita.
अभ्युत्थानं मधर्मस्य तदात्मानं सृजाम्यहम्.
So, in this way, we all will be taking a dip in the glimpses of the divine pastimes of Sri Krishna Balaram with their dear devotees in Mathura Nagari. After Akrura's departure, Lord Krishna and Balaram and the cowherd boys entered Mathura to see the city. They observed that the gate of Mathura was made of first-class marble, very well constructed, and that the doors were made of pure gold. There were gorgeous orchards and gardens all around. The houses were decorated with costly jewels. When the news spread that Krishna, Balaram and the cowherd boys were within Mathura city, all the inhabitants gathered.
Krishna Balaram ki jai, Krishna Balaram ki jai, Krishna Balaram ki jai, Krishna Balaram ki jai, Krishna Balaram ki jai.
Krishna, who is the husband of the goddess of fortune, passed through the streets like an elephant. While Krishna and Balaram were passing in this way, they saw a washerman and dyer of clothing. Krishna was pleased to ask him for some nice clothing and then, "Oh washerman! Oh washerman! Don't glare so much that your eyes pop out."
Will you go from here or?
How dare you!
That's why Akruji had asked me not to let go your hand, brother. Respected washerman, for whom are these beautiful clothes?
For whom it can be, else than the royal palace residents.
Will you be kind enough to lend both of us a pair?
Go look at your face in River Yamuna. You want the king clothes? Arey chora, come here. I'll show you the right path. You are dreaming for wearing the clothes of our king?
Yes.
Shall I give you the clothes?
Yes, take the clothes, brother.
You want clothes, you fools? You know, anyone who unlawfully wants to use the king's property is very severely punished.
On hearing this, Lord Krishna, the son of Devaki, became very angry at the washerman and striking him with the upper portion of his hand. In this way, Lord Krishna confirmed the statement of the Brahma Samhita that every limb of his body is capable of doing everything he likes. Without a sword, but simply with his hand, he cut off the head of the washerman. This is proof that the Supreme Lord is omnipotent. If he wants to do something, he can do it without extraneous help. After this ghastly incident, the employees of the washerman immediately dispersed, leaving the clothing. Krishna and Balaram took possessions of it and dressed according to their choice. The rest of the clothes were offered to the cowherd boys. After dressing nicely, Krishna and Balaram went to a florist of the name Sudama. As soon as they reached the prefect of his house, the florist immediately came out and with great devotion fell down on the lotus feet of Krishna Balaram to offer his respectful obeisances.
My fate must be surely blessed as you have stepped in my small house. All glories to Krishna and Balaram. Please be seated, lords. Assistant, go and bring out flowers, betel nuts, and pulp of chandan. My dear lord, because you have come to my place, I think all my forefathers and all my worshipable superiors are pleased and delivered. My dear Lord, you are the supreme cause of all the causes, the ultimate reason behind everything in this universe. But out of your kindness, you have come down to this world with your divine power just to protect your devotees. My Lord, I am praying that you please tell me whatever you wish me to do, because I am your eternal servant.
As his choicest desire, florist made 2 exquisite garlands of various flowers and presented them to the Lord. My dear florist, both my brother and I are truly delighted by your service.
Yes, we are very thankful, respected florist.
As a token of our gratitude, we offer you our heartfelt salutation and divine blessings.
O Lord, I beg to you that I may remain your eternal servant in the devotional service, and by such service do good to all the living creatures.
By this, it is clear that a devotee of Lord in Krishna consciousness should not be satisfied simply by his own advancement in devotional service. He must be willing to work for the welfare of all others. That is the greatest of all humanitarian activities. Being satisfied with the florist, Lord Krishna not only gave him whatever benediction he wanted, but also, my dear devotee, I give you this boon, that may you get all material opulences, family prosperity, a long duration of life, and whatever else your heart desires within the material world. I am pleased with your sincerity and dedication towards my service. After leaving the florist's place, Krishna and Balaram saw a hunchbacked young woman carrying a dish of sandalwood pulp through the streets. Since Krishna is the reservoir of all pleasure, he wanted to make all his companions joyous by cutting a joke with the hunchbacked woman.
Kanha, at least leave my hand now.
How can I leave your hand, dear brother? Aha! Something smells very sweet. Dao bhaiya, where is this fragrance coming from?
Fragrance? I am unable to see anything, Kanha, which could produce fragrance.
Look at that girl with hunched back, with a plate of sandalwood paste in her hand. Maybe this fragrance is coming from her only.
From her?
Yes, why not? Let me show you, brother. Oh, tall young woman, who are you? Tell me, for whom are you carrying the sandalwood pulp in your hand? I think you should offer this sandalwood to me. And if you do so, I am sure you will be so fortunate. Krishna is the supreme personality of Godhead, and he knew everything about the hunchbacked woman. By his inquiry, he indicated that there was no use in serving a demon. She would do better to serve Krishna and Balaram and get an immediate result of the service. The woman replied to Krishna,
My dear Sham Sundar, dear beautiful dark boy, you may know that I'm engaged as a maidservant of Kamsa. I am supplying him pulp of sandalwood daily. The king is very much pleased with me for supplying this nice thing. But now I see that there is no one who can be better served by this pulp of sandalwood than you two brothers.
Being captivated by the beautiful features of Krishna and Balaram, their talking, their smiling, their glancing, and their other activities, the hunchbacked woman began to smear all the pulp of sandalwood over their bodies with great satisfaction and devotion. Krishna was very much pleased by the service, and he began to consider how to reward her. Thank you, Devi. But why you walk in a bending pose? At least try to walk.
How? How can I?
We are here to help you.
I won't be able to make it.
Try, please. Try. Yes, you can. Go on. Try. Since Krishna was pleased with the service of the hunchbacked woman, and since she was touched by Krishna's hand, she became the most beautiful girl among women. This incident shows that by serving Krishna, the devotee immediately becomes elevated to the most exalted position in all respects.
दर्शन की बलिहारी तेरा स्पर्श बड़ा सुखकारी गई तन की विकृति स्वामी तेरी देख मुख प्रति प्यारी तेरे दर्शन की बलिहारी, तेरा स्पर्श बड़ा सुखकारी। सदा प्रेम का मोल चुकावे, ऋण आंखें न भांवरे। शबरी ने भी राज ढाल के, जैसे राम के राह निहारे। ऐसे ही जन्म भरी शाम देखूंगी मैं बात तुम्हारी। प्रेम पदी इस चाह में, जीवन मेरी अर्पण साई। तेरे दर्शन की बलिहारी, तेरा स्पर्श बड़ा सुखकारी। गई तन की विकृति।
So in this way, Lord Krishna and Balaram performed their sweet pastimes with the devotees in Mathura and killed Kamsa. In this way, the devotees of Mathura were liberated from the cruel and demonic acts performed by Kamsa. Now we are going to take darshan of chess match of Sri Balramji, which Rukmi had organized for him in Bhojkot. Rukmi, brother of Sri Krishna's first wife Rukmani, was extremely humiliated in the war with Sri Krishna. From then, jealousy and enmity towards Sri Krishna arose in Rukmi's heart. Still, the daughter and granddaughter got married to Pradyumna and Aniruddha. After the marriage of Aniruddha and Rochana was completed peacefully, a game of gambling was organized with the evil advice of Kalingraj. And then...
Hey Rukmi, why don't we organize a game of gambling for the hospitality of Balram?
Yes, friend. How did this good idea came to your mind?
Oh no, friend. I heard that Balram is not so skilled in playing gambling or in turning cards. So Rajan, don't let this opportunity slip away from you and thus take revenge from the family of cowherd Krishna.
You are my true friend, Kalingraj. Even today, my heart burns with insult and pain. You are right. I will immediately send a servant to inform Balaram.
I have just received news that you have organized a game for me, Rukmi. How is it possible that you call and I do not come?
Come, come. Balaram, welcome. Sit down. Let the game begin.
So here, I bet 100 gold coins.
Balaram ji, be happy. You have lost 100 gold coins.
So take 1,000 gold coins and then 10,000 gold coins.
Here you go. You have lost again.
It seems that he has not done cow grazing for many years. The cowherd son is a cowherd.
Respected Balram ji, let's try once again.
Here are my 1,000 gold coins. And see, I won.
Never! This is false!
Balramji became very angry. His anger was so sudden that it appeared like a rising tide in the sea. His eyes became more bloodshot.
This time, I bet 100 million gold coins. But look again, I won.
Invalid and impossible. Kalingraj, please reconsider the result of the game.
The real winner of the game is Balramji, and Rukmi's statement is completely false.
False? False? Both of you brothers are only cow herders. You may be skilled in grazing cows, but never in gambling. You are a cattle herder, and he, your brother deceitful Krishna?
Oh, Kalingaraj, where are you going in such a hurry? Wait. Your hospitality is still pending.
Balram, please forgive me. No.
So, this is how the game of gambling ended, and on the auspicious occasion of Aniruddha's marriage, Rukmi was killed by Sri Balaram.
Adharam madhuram vadanam madhuram nayanam madhuram hasitam madhuram hridayam madhuram gamanam madhuram madhuradhipaterakhilam madhuram.
The lotus feet of Srila Prabhupada are the only way by which we can attain pure devotional service. We bow down to his lotus feet with great awe and reverence. By his grace, we can cross over the ocean of material suffering and obtain the mercy of Krishna and Balaram. Our only wish is to have our consciousness purified by the words emanating from Srila Prabhupada's lotus mouth. Attachment to Prabhupada's lotus feet is the perfection which fulfills all desires. Srila Prabhupada opens our darkened eyes and fills our hearts with transcendental knowledge. He is our Lord, birth after birth. From him, ecstatic prema emanates. By him, ignorance is destroyed. The Vedic scriptures sing of Srila Prabhupada's character. Srila Prabhupada is an ocean of mercy, the friend of the poor, and the Lord and Master of the devotees. O Srila Prabhupada, O Master, be merciful unto us. Give us the shade of your lotus feet. Srila Prabhupada, we beg you to help us to continue to spread your fame all over the three worlds. Jai Srila Prabhupada!
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna,